This is day 1665 of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. Today we're doing Yoreh Deah. Siman Shin Tzadi Zayin, Sif Gimel. The Shin Tzadi Tes, Sif Vav. Gimel. Misha Koslo Shemes Lomes, somebody who got a letter that somebody died. Sorry for Isabel. That's more. Because even if a woman was husband disappeared, we permit her based on getting a letter that her husband has died. This is clarified in evidence from Zayin. Shama Shemes Lomes, if you heard that somebody died, or Shkoslo, they wrote to him, but any of them who died within 3 days, after 3 days, there's a great disagreement among the Golim. Some say Shechayv has the ability to ask the more. Because we assume that he was alive to the last possible moment. Because the Prince of Chazaka. He was alive less than 30 days ago. Moshe Chaim become like he was alive prior to that. Vashtimis, and he died as late as possible. Now he died. Some say departed. Some say he's exempt. Other the contrary. All things we go as they were found. Meaning we said now. We said now he's dead. Mikarnaimis. So he was dead from previously. It's a very interesting implication of the lumdus chazaka meikar chazaka dehashla. We don't say that somebody is going to be alive. Unless you say now he is alive. Die mace, but now he's certainly dead. But the initial chazaka, the chazaka meikara, the chazaka of the previous state is nullified. Yeah, it sounds like a juicy topic. I don't know when you learn Pesach Pasuach and Ksubas, which is a standard Shiva sugya for this topic. I don't recall this coming up, but this is a very interesting application of the lumdus there. But the Makar after Ashabad AK, we find, of course, several chazakas and shas, including there, so the stuff test, where we go by the chazaka Makar, even though now it's really not the case. But every place where we find this application, we find other chazakas to apply. Connect the opposite that one. Which says this one. But here we're just going on this chazaka. In other words, there's there's only chazaka meikara without any, assisting chazakas like kashrus and so on and so forth, which apply. Now the cases, so you could say like that's a point that the chazaka hashta is prevails over chazaka meikara, which again, as we say, mostly in Jewish shas say chazaka meikara is stronger than chazaka hashta, but Arukh HaShulchan is pointing out that usually is with their other chazakas which assist the chazaka meikara. But I think was this not like all the comparable cases. But can't here. I haven't much of even though he died, it was he died more than 3 days ago. There was a requirement to mourn. He didn't know. Interesting. Since it was definitely it just was never applied. Ain't something much to there's something that perhaps no longer applies, should not eliminate the definite obligation which he had. No sure might Avelis killed too, unless you say Avelis is very lenient, which we do say. Mechmir shouldn't be severe in a case of suffix. Saying anyway, in terms of the concept of chazaka, I don't see a reason to exempt him. There, but since there's machlokas, the very makeup of it, halacha is like the more lenient opinion when Avelis koshkein b'chacham. Certainly, if a rabbi or some other person of halachic stature wrote that the person died and not explain and not elaborate, certainly assume it's after 30 days. Okay, if not, he would have been told us it's in 3 days and you have to mourn. It's a good point from the shach. Also, they told me he doesn't have to conduct some avails. And later I found no, it was a mistake. It was the shloshim we found out. Nevertheless, now you're exempt. Since now it's after shloshim. So the Taz and Shach, okay, it says it's a kesef, but not like the Shach itself. Okay, be that as it may. Shin Sariches. Im Avelis Yom Rishon D'Oraisa Im Lav. If Avelis the first day is D'Oraisa or not. Aleph. Im Yesh Ikar Avelis Min Torah. If there is source in the Torah itself for Avelis, Haplut Rabbas Machlekes HaPaiskim. The Rambam, Perak Aleph, the Go'ainim serving the Avelis Yom Rishon D'Oraisa. You see, they hold Avelis as D'Oraisa. It's derived from Aaron HaKohen. See, B'chalti Chatasel Meinei Tapani Hashem. Aaron says, Vayed Chatasei, would it be fine favor in the eyes of God? See, it says, Amos Archisak Yomar. Its ending is like a bitter day, and when you come to Yom, and the primary bitterness is one day. Basically, we write the Ibrahim. You can bring evidence to their position, be also not filled, but fill your mission. So it's not put on film the first episode. So you have it the Rabbanan, it's the only Rabbanan. Ech B'lu Mitzvah Film. How could they deprive a person of Mitzvah Film? Should Mitzvah Semi Torah? Okay, they can. Kasser Raharash Rush. Gimel the Zel Kshois Hakvura B'Yom Hamisa. That's when the Kvura is on the day of death. Havi the rice, that's when the rice. Kvura Machar the Kvura is the next day. Ain't Kavel Shator is no Avel Shator at all in this scenario. The bracket says with Pisa Aslo Ryan Mitfillin. In this case, the evidence of Philin falls away. Also been Philin. Because even in this case, it's also of a plan Philin, despite the fact this Avel is clear Rabban. So I'm sure he's boiled that's a Tam Marie. That's what we have to say we're going to say in the base. See base. That's why everything comes there. Shloshim Gilts at this person. I've been right. The rest of the right also even the decree of Shloshim, not to iron and not to take a haircut, is the rights of the Gamim Nazir we derive from Nazir. Which Kosher Rosh Vatur was Zela Matil Chaber. We find no parallel, no equivalent, nobody else who has this opinion of the rabbi. Based off of that, so I'm saying about the Taisus, the opinion of our rabbis, the authors of the Taisus, Rosh Hashanah Tam Bari. But down in Torah, so Adam he says in a parentheses, not brackets, the Ein Shum Ikar Klal Abeis Torah. There is no primary source for this in Torah. Rakaninus, I mean Torah. Ninus, till the mace is buried. That's Midarai. So you know, it's kachim in terms of not being able to catch him. Maisus, Chacham, Matziba, Odvarim, Les, Chacham, add other things they forbade as well. Kabur Reish Begil the Brachas. Vaninus Abeis 3 million. Avinus Abeis are two separate things. Right? Also, Bezet, Mutter Bezet, things which are also in one, and what's in the other. But Tashin and Rita, as opposed to marital relations. Whose name is also in both. Also those who argue this. The name of the primary bells is the Rabbanan. According to the Rabbanan time of the Reaver, Rosh Yiskev, the Rabbanan Rosh agrees with them. Kosa writes that the time of the fill, why it's filling, eliminated the first state, do the came and the filling ain't pair, since filling are a glory. Follow Yom Rishon, about for Kana, and all first day is rolling in the dirt, his honor. Ain't Nachon Sheyasim, I pair Mokameh, for it's not appropriate to put the glory in the place of ashes. Sheval Taisa, Chachamim also mitzvah ben Rishon. Chachamim have the power to tell a person to refrain from doing mitzvah Raisa, and they told you not to do mitzvah Raisa until the first day. Ayin Shom. Because they wrote, I feel that's going to be the Raisa, even when going to the Raisa, Ein Ela B'Shiva, Mesim, and Feroshim, and Parshas Emor. It's only the 7 immediate relatives mentioned in Parshas Emor. Not the additional ones which are added, which you mentioned in Shin Ayin. The back the text says of Bavahag Hills Avels Kosa the Hachain Asmicha Rabbanan Tikavel Sidraisa Yom Rishon Chule. Rabbanan brought a reliance. Normally it's only at the Rabbanan though, so how can it be the Raisa? So Shon says Ekos Asmach. That doesn't mean the classic Asmach, just the Rabbanan. That's the song Rabbanan Pasuk, the Pasuk came, Rabbanan relied on the Pasuk. All right. Shin Saites. Tini Avelos Beregel Rosh Hashanah B'Yom Kippurim. Oh, it's so long. It's a similar relative to what we've happened recently. Okay, the halachas of your Avelos on Yom Tov, Rosh Hashanah, and Yom Kippur. Aleph, Kaimelon, we hold. The Regel Batak Shiva, the Yom Tov cancels the decree of Shiva. You're not going to Avelos Shah Kali if they are only if you go to yourself Avelos even for a short amount of time before the Regel. Raise the davar in some way. Some mean also to take of shuv chayotzi was there. Leaving the shkei for the sunset. Shokodim regal of the eve of yontif. But laveil shiva gamri the laveil shiva is completely canceled. I've learned agav esklav. You didn't consider this all shemes regal or the death occurred on yontif. No avos achar regal. The aveil commences after yontif. And a regal oil may aveil esklav. The other does not count as a day as days of aveil at all. The body of Ma'achron, except for the last day, when she's supposed we shall see. Shabbos will have Shabbos the opposite. Shiva Shiva males. It counts as one of the days of Shiva, but anybody tells Shiva doesn't negate the Shiva. Kach Shem Mishnah. When you show Shabbos early, when you have a second Shabbos counts and it does not interrupt. Regalim Asim and Regalim interrupt. They don't count Ayin Sham. Base Yeshua Yitam Shadavar. Why is this? Shulta Yeshua, we can see it would simply deem number Shabbos Savat Shiva. If we say Shabbos negates Shiva, Lo Loy the Shiva, Mishamas Yom Shevel. There's never going to be 7 days. It's when he dies on a Monday or later in the week. The Shabbos of Choshuah, have Shabbos every week. Nevertheless, it's not obviously not a sufficient reason. Neither that's a Rambam Perak Good Megolim ain't Devarim Shabbatzin Noeg. According to Rambam holds that in Yom Tovim there is no prohibition even on private matters. Shemeis Berego and Shem somebody dies during Yom Tov. Asi Shabbos Pshitas worked out well. Obviously, the Zelvad Avel certainly also Tzufin Go Shiva. Avel certainly has to be ongoing and uninterrupted for 7 days. When you came, that's the case. Bishlam gets to say it's kind of regular. Somebody conducts that with some Avel before Yom Tov. Regular Masiko Lagambe and then interrupts it completely. You have Shine Logavel Sacharego. You can't conduct with Avel after Yom Tov. When you can't look because then they won't be consecutive. Now, changing Shabbos, but Shabbos have very soon, it is consecutive. So it should see no Shabbos, he's not allowed to do private matters on Shabbos. That's why if somebody dies on Yontif, you have to do the consecutive Avelis after Yontif. Okay, and it says in the brackets here, but two Reshim and Tov before Katam or Rishon. So it goes like the first reason. Okay, anyway. Gimel. Ava Rush, according to the Paskin, they're also on a Yontif. You're not allowed to have marital relations. And so the commercial bar, as we shall see, Time said the issue of consecutive is not a problem. It is consecutive over Yontif. For any other side, the regular eight or no cold one Shabbatzina. Rock with Tashivat. So he says, I'll tell you, Yontif, other things Shabbatzina are not in fact only Tashmish. So like this is true about other matters, not this is what the so stated in Ksubas about Tashmish, about marital relations, not about other matters. Rather say and evidence of this, the Shita Lubet says, say Bisham, B'Shem Tamid Rabbeinu Yoina, but the Shita brings in the name Rabbeinu Yoina, Dafka Tashmish, Shenika Shum Machmas Avelus, specifically marital relations which are not, we refrain from them, it's not obviously an account of Avelus. So upon me, Shiva Shishlam Neanidos, so any person has a relation with his wife because she's in Nida. But other things would be obvious as because of Avelus, privately. For old raya, but we bahag hilchos abelos. In Shabbos kasa bahani mili b'faresi. He writes that this is about marriage of faresi. Avni asan of tashmisha v'chitz yadayim chlei noy ben abelos. That's what he says about Shabbos. That these matters considered to be obviously not for us necessarily, but for him they were considered to be matters Shabbatzina, which abelos is applicable. In regular custom about Shabbatzina, no, you go to Tashmish Shamita. Specifically wrote Tashmish. No custom could be Shabbos, you right by Shabbos. So therefore, well, the that's why he's saying that the even though Yontif Tashmish applies, the other Dvarim Shabbatzina don't apply, and therefore that's why it's a it's not Olamina Avelus because it cancels the Dvarim Shabbatzina except for Tashmish. So Shabbos, which other Shabbatzina, which I guess things done behind closed doors, do apply. Okay, so long brackets here. Also by learning it's also. Because I Pitzri Tshuva can't see when I was ashamed does H Ein Sham. But he says, even though some people say Talmud Torah might apply, a Maisa, nothing except Tashmish applies on Yom Tov. Besides the Shabbat Rabbeinu Ben Shabbos Regel. Don't really put this in the brackets. But he says, according to this, there's a difference between Shabbos Regel and Gamma even goes to argue on the Rambam. The Tami B'Hagsham also seems to another reason from the Bag there. My time Onek Sibe. Shabbos it's a continue. It does not interrupt Avelos because Shabbos is only a din oinig pleasure. All those found out, but obviously they're allowed to have pleasures. Regarding mafsikim, my time was simcha ksiba. It says simcha. I was not allowed to have simcha. Came from mafsik simcha. Therefore, since it's interrupted by simcha, if shalach zol Avelos, you can't go back to Avelos. So shekim Shabbos. But it's Shabbos where oinig is not interruption. So I can't go right. Chol militzina ain't noig beregel levav time. It's also evidence. It's a chi of simcha. Why all militzina does not abide by yontif except tashmish. Came in the simcha ksibu since it says simcha. Came out Yishalom pergimon when it comes to halachai v'sasharon. Ain't other beregel. There is no Avelos on yontif. El sharabi nogim bo betzina. But the custom of the masses is to prevent to refrain from things which are done in private. But mao b'tzina, what is it? Tzina shu also b'tash is simply the prohibition of tashmita akan l'shono ayin shom beduk. Dad leficha. Therefore, I'll cover meso kaim merego b'inyan shechal avelos. If somebody who buries his mace before you in a manner that avelos devolved upon him, nogba fil shachas kaim rego, and he could get himself up with that way even 1 hour before yontif. Lav dafka shon, not specifically ark, much kosav, like we wrote. Maknog eza min avelos, we just did some form of avelos. Mafsik arel yontif drops es avelos. The bottom of the shiva negates the decree of shiva. The reckoning is the same. Of root, the 7 days, like it says, if they already passed. First, if the Yom Hashmini is if it's the 8th day. And then you count all days you have the first Shloshim. You finish the count after Regal. So it's if you're on the only 22 days left. Hey, it's also true when you hear news of death in 30 days. Shema ber Regal found Erev Yontif Shemes Lames that somebody died. V'noag Ashar Kalu Avelos and you for a short amount of time did Avelos Erev Yontif Mafsir Avelos Regal to Avelos. When it is Elohoya Erev Regal b'Shabbos, if the Erev Yontif was on Shabbos, the Shema Shem Shmuel Kvova b'Shabbos, and you Shabbos Zeh, and you heard the news within 30 days on the Shabbos. Shabbos, any Ochlin or Avelos. If Shabbos, you can't conduct yourself with the real Avelos. No Shakal Avelos, but Dvarim Shebetzina. Interesting, like the United Dvarim Avelos, even Shakal, in Dvarim Shebetzina, can't correct on Mavsi. Shimnim Talmud Torah Shakal B'Shul Avelos. Like if you refrain for Talmud Torah for a short amount of time for Avelos or Mechitza from washing. Or other things that David Shabbatina, Vasa Kane, it is even on Shabbos, the Shil Avelos, but the minute Zeh Shiva. The Shabbos Erev Yontif cancels the Shiva. This only view for a short amount of time, at least. You would duck yourself the Avelos before Yontif. I've learned how Avelos Klav, you didn't conduct yourself the Avelos at all. Bay Mishori, Bay Meza was unintentional, intentional. Or was near nightfall, but Loya, be closely, no, gives me Avelos. There's not enough time to do any type of Avelos. Ain't about the Avelos. And it's not cancel Avelos, so you know Avelos, Acharega, you have to do Avelos after Yontif. Koshkim Yoda, Loya, Cloud, Kodem Regal, goes without saying. But you know, before the Rosh, Mason, when he died, have killed Mason Regal, if the person died on Yontif, Shane Regal, about the Avelos. Yontif is not about the Avelos. Mutter, Mona, Shiva, Acharega, count Shiva after Yontif, a Regal, no Dvar Shutzina, and the Regal. You conduct yourself with things which are private. But when the ain't directly attached to Mita, or Arukh HaShulchan said, my chiddush was that which applies to Yontif, it's only Tashmish, not Rechitza, Talmud Torah, etc. Okay, and that's it for today.